What up, what up? It's your boy Georgie350, and you are listening to Once Upon a 785, the dopest podcast in the Midwest. Let's get into it. What up, what up? It's your boy Georgie350. It is August 15th, and I'm not even going to bother with telling you the time. But for starters, I'd like to just get this out of the way. First off, after I went back and re-listened to my first podcast quite a few times, I came to the conclusion that nobody wants to hear your kids crying in the background. So if you want to make a podcast, make that shit when they're asleep. But you live and you learn, so fuck it. And now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So, today, I actually took a little time and I broke it down into motherfucking segments, and I did research and all sorts of shit. So for this episode number 2, I'm gonna call it fucking Monetizing Your Motherfucking Life. First, I'm gonna just start up with some crypto updates, because if you don't fuck with crypto, sorry, but if you do, then you would see a lot of good things are happening right now. And then I'd like to talk about paid by the hour versus paid by the part. You know, hourly wages versus piecework. Getting paid per part that you do. Because, yeah, we'll get into that. And then finally, monetizing your life. So, first off, crypto updates. And I'm getting all this information from coinmarketcap.com. And let's see, Shiba Inu is up 8.8%. It's like fucking 4 zeros, 1582. So pretty good, you know. Dogecoin is up 1.43% at 0.077 cents. Anchor, I fuck with Anchor. It's up to 4 cents. And then let's see. Oh well. Either way, those are just the top gainers. I felt like when I checked all my cryptos today, everything was doing fucking awesome. Bitcoin was up, still up $24,000. Ethereum at one point was over $2,000. Fantastic. Bring it back. Bring back the Ethereum at $3,000. That's what I need to just break even, honestly. But whatever. Atom, Cosmos, I am hella bullish on them. If they would just get back up to $40 a pop, fuck, I'd be so happy. Tezos, Algorand, fucking Dogelon Mars was doing good today. VVS Finance, I fuck with them. I hope they do better, take off, whatever. Tectonic, I fuck with Tonic. ACH, you know. And I'm not even the best person to talk to about crypto, because I'm still learning a whole bunch of shit about the different cryptos and blockchains and decentralized finance and smart contracts and the motherfucking metaverse, which I don't think that is as important to me with my crypto investments. I don't really give a fuck if it's metaverse or what, besides the fact that I guess kids do play the metaverse, and they will be spending those coins probably a lot more than people like me who are just holding them. So I guess I'm just about the money. So that's what's up with crypto today. If you haven't invested in crypto, or if you've thought about it, I would highly suggest investing now before you're too late, because nothing's worse than watching everybody make money and then you jump ship too late, and it's not a good deal. Not a good deal at all. buy the dip, and do your own research. Cannot stress that enough. But, second segment, let's get right into it. Paid by the hour versus getting paid by the part. I found this on the internet. It was a article on variable by Adam Rubert. So I just highlighted some shit that he talked about and threw some of my own shit in it. So, first off, what is piecework pay? Okay, piecework, also task-based pay or out-based pay, is a way of paying workers for what they accomplish based on the measurable outcome of their work. For example, if a worker's task is to glue birdhouses together, you would pay them a certain amount of money for each birdhouse they glue together. Okay, piecework versus hourly pay. The difference between piecework pay and hourly pay is that hourly pay remains the same regardless of how much work is completed, while piecework pay is dependent on how much a worker is able to accomplish. So an example, let's say a business has a goal of having their labor cost per unit to be 10 cents per unit. They currently have 2 workers, worker 1 who produces 1,500 units a day, and worker 2 who produces 1,000 units a day. Let's look at the difference in paying these workers by piecework pay versus hourly pay. Okay, scenario 1, hourly pay. Each worker works 10 hours at $15 an hour. Total units produced, 2,500. Worker 1, daily pay, $15 an hour, times 10 hours, they made 150 bucks. Worker 2, $15 an hour, 10-hour days, 150 bucks a day. The labor cost for them is $15 an hour times 20 hours, so that's $300 a day. That costs them 12 cents per unit. As you can see, the business wasn't able to achieve their cost per unit to be 10 cents per unit. So now, we'll do piecework pay, scenario number 2. Each worker gets 10 cents for each unit they produce. Total units produced, 2,500 again. Worker 1, their daily pay, 10 cents a unit, times 1,500 units, they got 150 bucks. Worker 2, they got 10 cents a unit, but they only made 1,000 units, so they made $100 that day. Labor cost, 10 cents a unit, times 2,500 units equals $250. Okay, labor cost per unit, 10 cents a unit. So they did it. But then, scenario 3, piecework pay. Each worker gets 10 cents for each unit produced, but worker 2 now produces 2,000 units. So their total units produced, 3,500, went up 1,000. Worker 1, they get paid 10 cents per unit, times 1,500 units, they got their 150 bucks. Worker 2 now, 10 cents a unit, they made 2,000 units, they got 200 bucks that day. Labor cost is still 10 cents a unit. At 3,500 units, $350 a day. Labor cost per unit is still 10 cents per unit. So, in scenarios 2 and 3, the labor cost per unit was the same regardless of how many units were produced. So even though you got more units in scenario 3, you paid the same amount for each unit in labor cost. The cost per unit was predictable using piecework pay model. So, I've just been trying to tell everybody that, if you're working by the hour, you're doing modern day slave labor. I mean, honestly, if you're working for anybody but yourself, you're kind of getting fucked. But if you're gonna do a job, you need to try to get them to pay you by the piece. Now, I mean, if you're working at McDonald's, you can't get paid by the burger that you make. You got set hours that you need to be there. But if you're in a machine shop, a welding shop, fucking anything that you do per piece, like say you're making fucking laptops, you get paid $300 a laptop. You're gonna want to make as many laptops as you can that day. You know, I'd rather get my shit done and go the fuck home. Give me $200 a day to build a trailer. I'll build that trailer, and then I'll go the fuck home. And I'll get to go home probably 3 to 4 hours early compared to what I normally would, working by the hour. And I mean, if you just have to do so much a day and then you can leave, people are going to work harder to get out of there faster. Now, that's not to say that their work quality might not go down, or it might go down. You know, they're trying to rush and get shit done, so they're doing sloppier work. Well, if you want to counteract that, you can go ahead and give them a base pay. No matter what, you show up to work, you make this much a day. But if you do this extra, you have the chance to take home even more money per day. You know, you always want to give someone the incentive that if they want to do more, they can earn more. You know, I feel like that's a beautiful thing. I mean, where I work now, they won't even think about giving you overtime. And I mean, I still get paid by the hour, and trust me, it fucking sucks. I hate it. I mean, it's totally not what I think I should be doing. It's definitely not what I want to be doing. But, I mean, you know, you could also talk about salary versus hourly versus piecework, you know. Salary could be cool in the sense that, you know, you show up whenever, you leave whenever, if you have a job like that, and then no matter what, you get paid the same. But if you're there every day, day in, day out, fucking 10 hours, 12 hours every day, Monday through Sunday, salary is fucking not worth it in that case, in my opinion. You know, which I mean, that's why I think in the end, ultimately, what it comes down to is working for yourself, trying to monetize your life. But before we talk about monetizing your life, let's take a break. Got a little ad for you. Nothing fancy. Well, kind of fancy. But check it out. Be right back. Hello, this is Jordan with Midwest Speciosa LLC. For me, Kratom is not just a choice, it's a lifestyle. So, you might be asking yourself, what is Kratom, Jordan? Well, Kratom is a safe herbal supplement used by millions of Americans to manage pain or as an alternative to coffee to help their mood and focus. Natural Kratom comes from a tropical tree in the coffee family native to Southeast Asia and has been used for centuries in traditional medicines. Kratom has been used safely for decades here in the United States and is becoming increasingly popular because of what it is and what it is not. Kratom is not a drug, not an opiate, and not a synthetic substance. Natural Kratom is a safe herbal supplement that is used by millions for pain management or an energy boost. Despite coming under attack because it's not a prescription drug, many Americans are turning to Kratom to help them eliminate chronic pain, drug dependency, or as an energy boost. They say Kratom gives them relief from constant pain, and many, myself included, say it saved their lives. That's why more and more Americans are benefiting from it daily. See if Kratom can help you or someone you know. Here at Midwest Speciosa LLC, we offer free samples for all new customers, whether it's the first or the millionth time you've tried it. The first ounce is always free. Midwest Speciosa LLC. Plants over prescriptions. Disclaimer. This product has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Keep out of reach of children. Therefore, any information presented is solely as the opinions of Midwest Speciosa, who in which do not claim in any way, shape, or form to be medical professionals providing medical advice. Midwest Speciosa cannot be held responsible for and will not be liable for the inaccuracy or application of any information whatsoever herein provided. The U.S. FDA has not approved kratom as a dietary supplement. You should also consult your physician when taking any medication. Pregnant and nursing women, as well as anyone under the age of 21, should not use kratom. All information presented here is not a substitute for or an alternative to information from healthcare practitioners. Please consult your healthcare professionals about potential interactions or other possible complications before using any product.
Yay!
What up? And we're back. And man, I don't know what it is, but that Jordan doing that ad in that Midwest Speciosa sounds like a handsome motherfucker, if you ask me. Don't be weird. Okay. So, third part of what I would like to talk about today, pretty much the main thing about this episode, is monetizing your lifestyle. I've been trying to preach this to anybody who will fucking listen after I'm done ranting about kratom, that if you're working by the hour, you're fucked. You're never going to be anything but a middle to lower class, working, average American, most likely struggling to get by. Because you're never going to be anything more if you don't do something besides work for that base hourly pay. I mean, I'm fucking over stressing about money. I kind of maybe I overstress now on how to make money, but you know what? I'd rather be worried about, man, I'm fucking doing too much to try to make extra money than how the fuck am I gonna get some extra money? Like, what can I fucking do to make ends meet? My ends are meeting, you know? I'm just trying to make it even easier, you know? And I'm trying to not work myself to death. But in the end, all I want is to be financially set, you know? So, over the past 3 years or so, I've earned money from working a normal 9-to-5 job and by doing some side hustles. For most people, the ability to earn extra money comes down to time. How much time do you got? Most people work all day, and when combined with kids and other obligations, there are pretty much not enough hours in a day. However, if you're determined, and if you're like me and can't wait to fucking quit your job and work strictly for yourself, even though I work a full-time job, I've still found a way to constantly earn extra income every month by incorporating my side hustles into my everyday life. It's a strategy that I call monetizing your life. So, the idea behind monetizing your life is pretty simple. Take the things you're already doing, figure out how you can make money doing them. By doing this, you earn extra money without having to use up a lot of your time. In theory, the money you earn from monetizing your life can be used to subsidize your living expenses and provides emergency funding. I enjoy working so much more when I know all the money I make is going straight to me and not somebody higher up than me that decides my wages and how much I should get, how long I should be there, when I should take a piss, if I can look at my phone. Monetizing your life might seem pretty abstract, so we'll take a look at some of the things you can do to get a clearer picture of how it works. Okay. One of the more known ways that people monetize their life is to find your most expensive asset, usually your house. And the easiest way to get started with your house is to rent out a spare room or your basement as an Airbnb. And if you already have a furnished guest room in your house, it literally costs absolutely nothing to get started hosting. Even if you had to buy furniture, which is probably something that you would have ended up doing anyway. You would have got furniture for that room. Nobody wants a blank, empty fucking room. And if you find out you don't like doing that for Airbnb and it wasn't for you, deactivate your shit and boom, you're in the same position as you were before. No harm, no foul. And other things you could monetize would be exercise. Like if you're going to go out for a run or say a bike ride, why not just deliver some food? Most delivery companies, they'll let you ride your bike, you know. You pull up McDonald's on the bike, skirt, get the large play nice coffee, 2 extra shots of liquid sugar and creamer. Don't fuck with me. I know what I want. And you hop on the bike, bring that shit over, boom. They paid like fucking $3 more than they should have. Or if they would have just went and got it themselves, you know, $3 fucking you're lazy fee. And that all goes to pretty much the motherfucker that's gonna exercise anyway out on their bike, taking you your McDonald's iced coffee or whatever you will. You could also video games. I can't believe it's a thing, but plenty of people make money streaming themselves playing video games. And if you don't believe me or you haven't heard of this, then you obviously don't have kids, because that is literally all my kids want to watch is other people playing video games. And I am just blown away. Like, what? You want to watch what? Okay, I guess, whatever. If it makes them happy. I like to play the games. I ain't about to try to watch somebody else. That wasn't fun to me. But to each their own, tomato, tomato. And I mean, obviously, if you feel like you have something that people would like to listen to or watch, or you know, you just got a certain vibe, start a YouTube channel, make a blog, or a podcast. Fuck it. Honestly, just do whatever you think could work. Because honestly, fuck them. Fuck anybody who doesn't believe in you. I don't give a fuck if it's going to be 2 people that hear my shit or 2,000, because I ain't even going to try to say 2 million. But, you know, I ain't doing this for anybody except me and the motherfuckers that are going to choose to listen to it. And fuck it. So, back at it. Another thing, you could monetize your body. Now, before you get all weird on me, I know how that sounds, but in the age of OnlyFans, if you're going to be sending nude pictures to people, why wouldn't you charge for that? And trust me, it doesn't matter if you think you're the best looking person or you're ugly as a motherfucker. There is somebody somewhere who would totally pay for that. And that is a fact. I mean, you could have, say, a whole bunch of pictures on your phone from said previous relationship. And I mean, in this day and age, I don't know anyone who doesn't have a stash of nudies on their phone of themselves, other people, multiple people, you know. Now, you should only be monetizing your own pictures. You can't have pictures with somebody else in it. You know, do not break the law. But say you have a video that you sent to an ex-significant other, and you start an OnlyFans. That video that you already made, you could sell that for either a pay-per-view or, a monthly subscription. There's a whole bunch of different ways. You can get paid by the minute. You want to do webcam stuff, anything like that, as long as you are not giving a cut to somebody else, because I think OnlyFans it's better than being in the porn industry. I'll give it that, but you still got to give a cut to OnlyFans. You need to try to monetize to where you make 100% of what you do, what you deserve, your pay. You should never have to give anybody a cut of your check from you doing your job. It blows my mind that all these people don't do shit, but they expect they get a cut of the pay. Fuck that. Now, there's a shitload more that I could talk about, but the last one I'd like to touch on is the one that's helped me the most, and that is to monetize your passion. Find out what you love, and if there's a way to do it, you monetize that shit. My passion is kratom. And these are some steps that can help you monetize your passion, because it helped me. Number one, you got to be clear on your passion. And despite what you may have heard, your passion is what you want to spend your time doing, and not some fucking vision written on a blackboard up in the sky that you need to find. You just ask yourself, what do you love doing day in and day out? Because ultimately, that's your passion. I mean, I fucking love kratom. I love talking about kratom. I love bagging it up. I love ordering it. I love making shirts about it. I love fucking everything about it. And it's kind of like my thing out here in the 785, because I'm like just a dude selling kratom. I'm not some smoke shop or some, corporate brand. I am my brand. And I mean, that's awesome. So, number two, you gotta align your passion with what you're good at. So, you find your passion. What are you already good at that you can incorporate to help you with monetizing your passion? Now, I just feel like I have a natural salesman type persona, if you will. I loved it. I remember being a little kid, and me and my friends in our town, small as fuck, we took a bunch of old toys that we didn't want, and we went around door to door, and we took like the initials of all our names, and we'd knock on the door, and we made a little slogan saying thing, and it was like J double B J double D in the place to be. If we don't have what you want, we'll find it, but for a better price. When in actuality, it was no price. These were our old toys. But you know what? We sold pretty much every single one of those fucking toys. And I mean, I just feel like I've always had that hustle mentality. Like, how can I get something and turn it into more than it was when I got it? I don't know. It's my passion. So, you find out what you're good at in general, and then put it with your passion so you can align your passion with what you're good at already, and then you need to find a market you want to work with. So for me, obviously it was the kratom market. But I, you can also say that, I thought about like smoke shop market, you know, because a lot of places that sell kratom, they sell e-cig juice, and I'm a vape. I vapor. I vaporize my electronic cigarette, if you will. So, and I love Mountain Dew. I just wanted to have a kratom store with fucking fountain code red, Mountain Dew, fountain, fucking not live wire, Baja Blast. Fuck it, just in Mountain Dew, everything, fountain drinks, and kratom. You know, I'd have been content with that. But you want to throw in some e-cig shit, I'm down with that too. So you find a market that you want to work with, and then you tailor. You need to figure out who you want to market to. Now with me, in Kratom, I didn't know who I wanted to market it to. I knew who I was and the people I knew that had tried it. Most of us were out of rehab or, tired of living like we were on pharmaceuticals or harder drugs. I mean, I know people that got off the heroin and we didn't want to live like that no more. And Kratom, that was our freedom to addiction. I don't know. I mean, so, I thought that, it would just be people who were addicted to opiates that would buy Kratom, but lo and behold, I was totally wrong. I had kids in college that needed to get extra papers done. They needed to focus during school. I mean, they took it. There was people, that used it for pre-workout, for weightlifting. So I just market it to the whole world. And if you don't like it, hey, guess what? You don't have to buy it. You don't have to listen to what I gotta say. Freedom of choice. You can choose to do whatever you want to do. But what I choose to do should not affect you. So when you figure out who you want to sell it to, how you're going to market it to them, you got to work out a marketing plan. How am I going to get here? What do I need to do to accomplish this to end up with this being my end game? Which in the end, it's up to you to decide if this strategy that I explained here is something that you want to do, if you want to monetize your life. For me, financial independence is something that I fucking want more than anything. And the strategy of monetizing my life gets me closer to reaching that goal. Plus, I think it's badass and it adds adventure to my normal, boring, everyday life. So, that is why I am trying to monetize my life. And why I think you should too. Alright, so we're gonna go into some motherfucking free talk. And then I'm gonna do my closing. And then we're gonna bounce about this motherfucker. Because I got some shit to do. Trying to monetize my motherfucking life. Nah. Not right now. But anyway. So, free talk, that means I guess I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to do. So, it is Monday, August 15th. And I cannot fucking believe it's August in the year of 2022. I don't know how it keeps getting faster day by day. Time becomes non-existent. You just wake up and then you go to work, get off work, go to sleep, wake up, all over again. Fuck that, dude. Every day, I find it more and more every day a struggle to want to get up and go to a normal job. Given people might say I have a good job or whatever, but I don't think anything's really a good job if you're not having a blast doing it. You know, I'm not saying everyone should have easy jobs. I'm saying everyone should have jobs that they love. You know? And I think employers, especially big ass corporations, they should try to help everybody out. I'm tired of the rich getting richer while the normal get poorer. I mean, how are you going to tell me that there's a shitload of people that are multi-millionaires and none of this that's going on right now is affecting them? But people like us, you know, everyday people, shit's a struggle. I mean, if you're a single parent in general, kudos to you. I mean, I'm a single father, 3 kids. I don't have all 3 of my kids at all times. I wish I did. You know? But between like child support on just one kid, that's extreme. And then if you have your kids all the time and you already have a good job, you don't get no daycare assistance, you don't get no food stamps, you know. So it's like you almost get punished in a way for having too good of a job, because people that don't have as good of jobs, you know, they get free food, free daycare, they work a shit job, and I mean, some of them it's not by choice, you know, but there's plenty of people that want to do the bare minimum and get the best rewards. And that's why I just don't want to have to depend on fucking nobody or have to explain myself to anyone about what I did to get to where I am and what I did to make a living. I mean, whatever you do, do it good, do it legit, and don't give a fuck about what anybody says. Because if a bunch of people are talking shit and whatnot about you or your vision, your passion, the more people talking about it, even if it's talking shit, the better. Because at least they're putting that into, you know, they're speaking your name. They're speaking about you. As long as your name's in their mouth, it's going to help you. And I get a lot of shit for Kratom. People ask, is it addictive? Fuck yeah, it's addictive. I mean, coffee's addictive. Jerking off is addictive. I mean, sex is addictive just in its own, but everything can be a bad habit if you let it be. I mean, withdrawals off of tobacco are horrible. And I mean, you want to talk about an addiction, leave your phone at home on accident and realize when you're at work an hour away, fuck, I forgot my phone. That's all you're going to think about until you get that motherfucker in your hands. Like, who's fucking calling me? I wonder what people are saying on social media. Oh, fuck. You see people looking at their phones. You don't got one. You're fucking having an anxiety attack. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? What do I do with my hands? That's an addiction, man. Scrolling, Facebook, TikTok, constantly, you can't stop. Like, out to dinner, whole family got their phones. That's an addiction, man. And I don't give a fuck what you say. Quitting Kratom would be 10 million times easier than half of these motherfuckers talking shit on it quitting their cell phone. Prove me wrong. Cell phones are the biggest addiction on this planet. And I mean, say what you want, but I ain't no conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna just tell you how I see it. They wanted to put microchips in us when they wanted to put microchips in babies to help with all this shit, and people freak the fuck out. They're like, what, the government wants to track us all the time? Put that shit in our skin? And so the government is like, okay, well, we understand. So what do? They fucking take those telephones that used to be stuck on the wall with a cord, and they gave them motherfuckers touch screens, internet, fucking whatever you wanted, a handheld motherfucking computer in your hand that listens to you, looks at you, and tracks you all day, every day, no matter what. Settings on, settings off, they got you. If you watch the first 48 and you see how many motherfucking dumb fucks get caught because they took their cell phone to the fucking crime scene, committed said crime with their phone in their pocket, and then same night at their house upload a Snapchat of said object used in said crime and post it for sale, barely used. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, just incriminate me, please take me to jail, blah blah blah, on my phone. Fucking Jesus. I mean, it's insane. I mean, I can't say shit because I like to have my phone on me. I can justify reasons why I think I should have it on me at all times. What if my kids get hurt, or what if I have a Kratom customer, Well, what happened when we were kids and we got hurt? They didn't call our parents on the cell phone. If they called our parents at their job or the house and they didn't answer, you could be fucked. That daycare lady or whoever didn't know where they were. She couldn't send them a text. That wasn't even in the fucking English language in the way that we use it now, sending texts. It's just mind-blowing. But I feel like I'm just babbling and shit. So I'm gonna just, wrap this up. So, all in all, invest in crypto, fucking hourly pay, get paid by the part, love Kratom, because Kratom loves you, and you need to do whatever you can to monetize your motherfucking lifestyle. That's just how it is. But I'd like to thank you for listening to the second episode of my podcast, Once Upon a Motherfucking 785, the dopest podcast in the Midwest. Hit him with the outro. bitch.
Middle of the map, can't swear I'm at. You can say I'm whack, it's just not a fact. Can't tell if I'm awake or I'm in a dream. I just know I'm geeked on amphetamines.